Again, an effort to overturn and replace California's ban on state-funded travel to nearly half the country is making its way through the state capitol.
The ban is for travel to states with laws deemed discriminatory against the LGBTQ community. Our political reporter Greg Lee explains the Bridge Project, which stands for Building and Reinforcing Inclusive, Diverse, Gender-Supportive Equality.
In 2016, California lawmakers banned state-funded travel to any state that enacted anti-LGBTQ laws. They called it a way to fight back against policies like North Carolina's law preventing transgender people from using bathrooms that aligned with their gender identity.
Sent the message that these are not values that are, that should be applied to our community.
State Senate President Pro Tem Toni Atkins was among those who voted for the ban. Now she wants it repealed and replaced with a new program.
We have now had 23 states that fall under that legislation, and it really, I think, is time to pivot because it's not as effective as it could be. It really isolates us.
Atkins points to consequences like preventing state employees from traveling to those 23 states to conduct research and business. It's also forced sports teams from public universities to find other ways to pay for certain travel. The driving factor for Atkins, promoting inclusion at a time when more than 500 anti-LGBTQ bills are moving through state legislatures.
The way to change hearts and minds is to be present, to engage, to interact. Then you see that I'm just a regular person that loves another woman, but I just want to live my life. I want to be accepted.
The Bridge Project stands for Building and Reinforcing Inclusive, Diverse, Gender-Supportive Equality. It would create a donation-driven fund to create inclusive messaging in other states.
It's time to change the narrative and really, get to the changing hearts and minds and show that California's values really have the people's best interests.
Atkins, a lesbian, points to her own experience growing up in rural Virginia.
It wasn't their worldview or experience, but they loved their daughter. And I was very fortunate that they loved me and they supported me and they accepted me.
There's no formal opposition to the bill, but a state analysis raises concerns about financial pressures on the state if donations don't come in. Atkins is confident that won't be the case.
We're very mindful of that, which is why it is a donation-driven program. Again, the infrastructure already exists, but I do think people will step up.
The bill is headed to the Assembly Appropriations Committee. If it passes, it will head to the floor for a full vote. Greg Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.